What up, what up? It's your girl, Erica Kane.
And it's your girl, the Gemini Goddess. And we are back for one more segment right here on Women's Speaks. So, Erica.
We have a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
Mr. Garland Gravely from Fashionista.
Welcome, Mr. Gravely. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Garland Gravely. I was born and raised here in Roanoke. Went to school here, lived in other areas and other cities, and then came back to Roanoke in 2004.
Okay. So when did you, how did Fashionista Roanoke come about?
Well, my major in college at Virginia Commonwealth University was fashion merchandising. And so once I left school, I thought I'd move to New York. Of course, it didn't happen. I went to D.C., lived in D.C. for a while, and then came back to Roanoke. And I wanted to do something in fashion here, something that I'm very passionate about. It's something I wanted to do, and I thought, you know what, why not do it here in Roanoke? And so I just got a group of people together, and we formed Fashionista Roanoke back in October of 2008.
And what exactly is it? Is it like a social media site, a magazine?
We are a social educational fashion organization, and what we do is we produce fashion shows and fashion-related events for, nonprofits. If a nonprofit wants a fashion show or some related event dealing with fashion to raise funds, that's what we do.
Okay. Yeah. So, and I know now you do have a magazine that circulates throughout the city. It's been circulating for about, 5-6 years now?
A magazine?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we don't. We've been featured in different magazines.
He's been featured in magazines.
We've been featured in magazines,
Gotcha.
And I also want to say real quickly, we are a multicultural, multi-ethnic organization. So when you become part of us, you have all different races, ages,
They do not discriminate.
We don't discriminate.
They do not discriminate.
We see beauty in all people, in all shapes and sizes. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
And this is our way of uniting the community together.
So, Garland, what's the most challenging part about Fashionista?
The challenging part, it's just, trying to keep everything together and everything focused, because we do so much, and it's a lot of work, but it's my passion. And I'm enthusiastic about it. So that's one of the most challenging things, is just kind of keeping us on the straight and narrow and obtaining our goals. One of our goals is actually to become a nonprofit organization, so we can do a lot more in the community, particularly with children.
Okay.
We definitely want to work with children, from grade school all the way to high school. We've done a few things in some of the high schools and also some of the colleges. Like, we've just formed a partnership with Radford University. They have a fashion design and merchandising program, so we'll be doing a lot of things with those students as well.
Awesome.
Oh, great. So where do you see it going in the next 5 years?
I would love it to be, like I said, once again, we become a nonprofit where we do a lot of more community-based things to really help the community, from kids all the way to the elderly. We work with photographers and makeup artists and stylists and models and fashion designers, local fashion designers as well, and just all different types of people. So it's basically just sort of working with people to say, you know what, I've always wanted to be a photographer. They can come to us and we can work with them to make their dream come true, regardless if they're 15 or 50.
Right.
If you want to tap it, that's your passion and you're enthusiastic about it. Plus, you're giving back to the community, which I think is very important. You're helping others.
That is important. And what kind of perks do they get coming into Fashionista?
Perks do they? Oh, so
like your volunteers. What
the
kind
volunteers?
Your photographers, your models, everything like that. What kind of perks?
Networking. They meet a lot of different types of people in the community they probably would never meet before. Like I said, we're multicultural, multi-ethnic, so they get to meet people that are different from themselves,
right? And
they get to network, and also you're helping people that, for instance, that may be less fortunate. So fashion is our vehicle to give back to the community.
Okay, and they also get their name out there too.
Yeah, they get their name out there too. Absolutely. You can make so many great contacts and network with so many great people in this community.
Okay, that sounds great, Garland. Now, for those of you that don't know, Garland and I grew up together. We were neighbors. So if I went out the house not looking right, Garland was going to tell me about myself.
No, she always looked beautiful. She always looked good,
So now, Garland, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What is it? We all have these different perspectives, and we all have these different lenses that we see our surroundings by. Mm-hmm. And you being a fashion, where did you see this necessity for philanthropy and this desire for passion, and how did you figure out it was something that needed to be cultivated here?
In Roanoke? I can honestly say started when I was in college. I knew I wanted to do fashion related events, and I wanted to also have a philanthropic, excuse me.
You good.
Combination with that, feel to that. That's what if I had moved to New York, I definitely would have been working for somebody's foundation or whatever, using fashion as a vehicle for charity. And so that's where that passion started when I was a student.
Did you always know you wanted to bring it back to Roanoke, or
No, I had no idea that I would ever do this in Roanoke. It's been a true blessing. I mean, my goal was to move to New York City.
Yeah.
So I started off in DC and I was going to go to New York, and things just didn't happen. But I'm thankful that I was able to come back to my community because I was able to bond more with my community and also with my family.
Well, they need you here. They definitely
so
need you here.
This is where God wanted me to be. Is how I look at it.
you.
This is where God wanted me to be here in Roanoke. He had a plan for me. So I
You're
don't
happy.
regret coming back here anymore. So I love it here. Roanoke has a lot of potential.
I agree.
Okay.
I definitely agree. And you know what? Timing is everything, because right now that same theme is being repeated through a lot of endeavors that are going on in the city, especially with our young urban entrepreneurs. They've made a conscious shift from just thinking about even I and we to us.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so it's really exciting to see that at the root of it all, you've got these different talents, you've got these different skills, you've got these different capabilities, but what drives them all in the same direction and ultimately benefits us all in growth is that desire to want to not only leave your mark, but leave a legacy,
Absolutely.
And I think that's really cool. And
Absolutely.
I'm glad you decided to stay in Roanoke.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I'm hoping to expand, Fashionista to other cities. I mean, maybe a Fashionista Atlanta or Fashionista Richmond.
Yes.
And still keep that whole community base and bringing all different types of people together for the betterment of the community.
You should do it throughout Virginia, Garland.
Yeah, absolutely. Richmond,
All over.
all over. Absolutely. Have a whole network of just nonprofits all over.
So, Garland, do you have a few minutes to stay with us?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to pay these bills.
Absolutely.
And
That's
in the
what we do.
meantime, stay focused.
Yes.